Hello folks, I'm Dean with Dean's Woodworking. Y'all come on in and make yourself comfortable. Today we're going to turn a top, yes, a spinning top, and we're going to make that top the lid to a box. So stay tuned, I think you'll like this project. Okay, so we've got a blank here on the lathe of black walnut that's just a little over 6 inches and just a little over 2.5 inches. And so we're going to go ahead and make that somewhat round at this point. Put a tenon on it so we can get it chucked up. Okay, we got that in the chuck. We'll go ahead and get it round. All we're doing here is coming in and just flattening that end. Basically, we're just peeling this on down. And this is going to be the handle of our top. I'm going to take and round this end over. Okay, so we got a couple of little beads there. We're going to bring this portion down just a little bit. And we're going to have a cove there in the middle. So we'll switch back to our spindle gouge. So we'll cut right there. And then we're going to come right back in here and finish that cove out. Because this is going to be the lid of the box as well as the top, it's got to serve two purposes. It's got to be the grip to be able to spin the top, but it's also got to look good on top of that box. And remember, with tops, the smaller the handle, the faster you can spin it and the longer it will spin. Okay, we're going to form the top of the spinning top now. When you're making that final cut going in, you make sure you're not pressing into that wood, because if you do, you'll start to get a whole lot of vibrations and undulations in the wood. So I'm going to go ahead and sand this, and I'll be right back after I get it sanded. Folks, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, go down and hit the subscribe button. Click the bell so you get notified when I release a new video. And if you would like to support the channel, I would sure appreciate it if you would go down in the description and take a look at those links. Now that we've got it sanded up, we're going to come in. We're going to put some texturing right here on the inside of this top. Let's take a look at that, see what it looks like. That is fantastic. We're now going to come in with our point tool, and we're just going to put a line through on the inside of that. And we're going to come in with some 500 grit sandpaper, and we're just going to come across that so that we don't have any scorching of the wood surrounding those lines. There we go, that looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. Okay, we're just making us a mark there, and then we'll start to do some cuts in here. Now, one of the things I do want to do is I want to come in and we're going to take a little bit off of this top, because this is the box it's going to set in. So we need to make sure that we have a thick enough wall there. Let's go ahead and grab our spindle gouge and we'll go ahead and work that on down. Give ourselves some relief cuts there. And I'm going to go ahead and put some finish on this top while we've got it here and got it spinning. And I will be right back, okay? Okay, so we finished the top part. I went ahead and parted it off. And what we're going to do next is we're going to hollow out the inside of the box so that we can push this back up in there and use it as a jam chuck. Now that we've got that done, we'll go ahead and we'll start hollowing this out. Okay, let's see how deep we are there. Okay, we've got plenty of depth now. We're at about 4.5. If we look here, that should be more than enough to get this in there. Okay, now we've just got to get a fit on this. We're just going to come straight in with our skew, and we'll see where we're at there. Again, we need this to be a fairly snug fit. Because we are going to use this as a jam chuck. So we can go just a little bit further. Make it a little bit bigger. Don't go very far at a time, because at this point, if you get it too large, and we just did, we needed to be a little bit deeper, and that's what threw us. So let's go just a little bit deeper and see what we can get done there. I don't mind that fit for when we're finished. The problem is it doesn't work for when we're using it as a jam chuck. So what I think we will do, rather than cutting that back, is we're going to take a piece of shop towel, and that's going to help us to make that jam chuck fit. See if we can make this work. Well, I think that's going to do it. And of course, the biggest challenge is to keep this from flying off of here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of put a little pressure on that going in there. Okay, let's take a look at that and see how we look. Looking pretty good right there. We'll see if we can kind of trim some of that shop towel off of there. And again, I'm not touching the wood here, guys. Now I'm going to touch the wood, but I'm going to come in with the Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sand this, and I will be right back. Okay, so we got the bottom part finished. Fits right in here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to cut this part right here so where it's pretty much level with the top of the spinning top. And that should be real close right there. That's about as close to perfect as we're going to get it. So what we'll do now is we'll come in and we'll clean up that right there. And this walnut is being awfully chippy on us. So we're just adjusting this box. I really didn't like the way that had chipped out there. And different wood will chip on you. So we're going to get the power sander and we're going to knock this edge right here off, and I'll be right back. So we're going to go in here, we're going to put some sandpaper up in that. Okay folks, we're going to start working on this bottom now, and first thing we're going to do is we're going to round this over just a bit here. We'll hit that with a little sandpaper real quick right up here at the front. So we've got that part finished. Oh, one thing, if the lathe is going too fast, it will get hot in a hurry. And when you feel it burning your fingers, you know you are going too fast for sanding. And I dare say we probably all do that at some point or another. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to turn this thing around and we're going to put it on a jam chuck. Yeah, it's a good starting place for us. And we're just going to do some peeling cuts here. With our plans worked out, that's too big where we made that mark. And it is. Okay, so we've got it on a jam chuck. Right now, we have the tailstock up, so we can pretty much do what we want to do. We're going to hit this thing with some sandpaper and see what it looks like, okay? Okay, that's just a little Manwax antique oil that I put on there. And once we get it on there, we will come in with a shop towel. Just wipe off the excess. Once we get the excess wiped off, we'll turn our speed back up. And at that point, when we're rubbing that shop cloth against it, it's getting pretty warm. And basically, we just kind of turn it into a friction polish. I'll dab just a little bit more of the antique oil on the cloth, and we'll kind of give it another coat. Take a dry piece of the towel, and we're just going to take a piece of beeswax. We're going to apply just a little bit of beeswax to this and take that dry portion of the towel, and again what that's doing is melting that beeswax right into the wood. Now on this I'm running about 1,000 RPMs roughly. Looking pretty nice. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to pull our tailstock back. We're going to slow this down a little bit. We're going to turn it on. And then we're going to come in and take very light cuts. Let's try that one more time. Okay, so the way we're going to get that off of there is where you're going to use the good old trusty sander. This is something that doesn't take long. Everybody has their own way of doing this, and a lot of turners carve it off. I have found with just a light touch and just barely working it around, you don't want to press too hard, because then if you slip, you get all kinds of things start happening. But with a light touch, you can take that off very rapidly. There's what we've got. Nice little box. Top is the lid. This is a snug fit. It's not a pop fit. I don't want a pop fit on that. There you go, folks. Nice little box. Not a pop fit. The lid sets on, sets off. It's ready to go to the craft show. Folks, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, go down and hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you get notified when I release a new video. And if you would like to support the channel, I've got some affiliate links down in the description. Not all the links there are affiliates, but if you click on one of those affiliate links, the channel gets just a little bit to help support what we do here. I would really appreciate it. Thank you again. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy turning.